We are on the thawed shores of the Rideau River in Canada's capital at the RA Centre. It's Championship Saturday in Canada's capital. We get set to crown a new U18 men's Canadian curling champion. If development is the goal of this 42-team event, then before the medals are even handed out, you could call this one a success. Good afternoon, curling fans. I'm Darren McEwen alongside Andrew Denny for this gold medal game featuring Newfoundland and Labrador and Saskatchewan. Both teams have the experience of being here before, but neither team has made it this far in previous appearances. Dylan Derksen and his team Saskatchewan, an inspiration for the rest of this year's field that didn't make the podium. This team returns this year after only winning a single game at last year's U18 championship. Now they're just one win away from the top of the 2024 podium. Newfoundland and Labrador Simon Perry finds himself in the gold medal game after two previous appearances at the U18s. Perry's best showing being last year with a loss in the quarterfinals. His team from St. John's guaranteed a first ever medal for Newfoundland at this event. The question remains, what color will it be? And to get us started to answer that question is the Newfoundland lead, Carter Holden.
I'm sure Newfoundland would love it to be gold, though.
Yeah. Exciting time for the team from Newfoundland and Labrador. They were had the fans going in the pregame. We had Heave Away playing with by the Fables and the crowd getting into it for pregame practice.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of Newfoundland and Labrador supporters out in these stands.
Not to be outdone by Saskatchewan. It looks like members of some of their women's teams. Lots of family friends in the stands here.
Yeah, you see that green right in the middle of the stadium-style seating. Can't miss them.
Staked out their spots for this, what should be a dandy.
Yeah. Every championship day is always special. It's always exciting when you're handing out hardware, and today absolutely no different. I'm feeling downright giddy today, Darren.
Yeah, it's been a very exciting week as we see Carter's Rock slide top of the 8-foot.
Not a bad approach in the first end. You can bank some time, run the pebble down, trade some hits.
Gavin Martins, his team out of the Martinsville Curling Club, just north of Saskatoon.
It's also where Nancy Martin curls. She had a very nice campaign this year, winning a senior title.
Runner-up in, runner-up at the Viterra Scotties in Saskatchewan as well. Open end to start.
Not uncommon for this kind of championship setting, as well as both teams will want to get comfortable here in the first. I'm sure there's a lot of nerves out there.
First U18 national championship for these teams. Certainly a lot of experience, though, on this Newfoundland team playing in big events. We'll talk about that a little later on, but either way, when you're playing for gold, it feels a little bit different.
It doesn't matter whether you're playing for your club championship or at a meet spiel or at a U18 Canadian championship. Every time you're in a final, there's always that little bit of extra tension.
See Carter hit and roll out.
Not the worst result for Newfoundland and Labrador. I'm sure they would have loved to have stuck the shooter, but gives Saskatchewan now an opportunity to split the house and give Newfoundland and Labrador a fresh look at a new path.
Gavin Martins, a grade 11 student at Rosser Community School.
14-5.
We do have 4 other games in action this afternoon here at the RA Centre. We'll keep you updated, but it is Nova Scotia taking on Quebec, and that's for bronze medal here at the men's championship day. Other games are part of the ranking pool, where teams want to perform well because that determines which provinces and territories are eligible to send a second entry to next year's event.
Nova Scotia, the winningest province or territory in this boys event.
Braden Snow will get enough of it to hit, but won't stick around.
Yeah, better to do that in the first end and get all the tension out. It's not imperative to stick that on the nose. Yeah, of course you want to stick it on the nose, but nobody lives or dies by a rollout in the first end when you're just sort of trading them up and down.
Tyler Derksen, the youngest player on this Saskatchewan rink, grade 10 student at Hague High School, younger brother to Skip Dillon.
It's always an interesting family dynamic.
Quite a few siblings out here, parents coaching as well this week.
This isn't moving at all. Okay.
Open shot, you heard Dillon say didn't see much movement in that. Will be interesting to see. We talked off the top about how the river is thought. It's balmy, about 7-8 degrees, might get up to 9 today here in Ottawa. Bit of rain. It was thundering and lightning here last night as well. Of course, this is Winterlude. Our ice makers, chief ice technician Bill Duck has done a great job along with Rick Allen and his entire crew to keep the facility cool and the ice conditions consistent despite the very warm weather outside.
And a stark contrast from earlier this week when it was still unseasonably warm, but not patio weather warm.
On my way here, I saw a lot of people walking along the trails of the Rideau Canal and busy out on the glebe. People enjoying the weather, but Winterlude, we are curling inside here in Ottawa.
And more like Waterlude this year, Darren.
Yeah. Tyler being asked now for a hit on his second one. He will hit and stick.
There you go. That's how you do it. Great shot.
This Saskatchewan team finished their round robin with a 5-1 record. They had no difficulties in the semifinal, winning 11-3 over Nova Scotia 1, but had a really close one, extra and win over Ontario 1 in the quarterfinals to get their way here to the gold medal game. So a very impressive week for the team that, as we mentioned off the top, only won one game last year. They now have picked up 7 wins in Ottawa.
Yeah, Dylan Derksen was actually the feature on the story last night at curling.ca, and in his interview he said last year was a wake-up call and that they knew they had a lot of work to do if they wanted to compete at a national level. They were already one of the top teams in Saskatchewan, but needed to find that extra gear to compete nationally, and well, you're seeing the results now. They're in the final hunting for the gold.
As we see Logan Sawicki delivering his first stone of the first end. Yeah, I read Brad Kennedy, the coach's comments on that too. They worked with a sports psychologist as well to improve. Spent a lot of time in the off season getting ready for this championship, and it really shows.
Saskatchewan has won a medal at this event before. It was Matthew Druitt's in 2022 at Oakville. He took home a gold medal, so it'll be the second medal overall for Team Saskatchewan at these under-18 championships.
Nicholas Codner.
Nicholas Codner is the answer to a trivia question in curling there, Darren. I'm sure you'll probably get to that.
It is, yeah. His resume is very impressive. We'll talk about that. And that, I think, will come into play, I would imagine, in this game. Someone that maybe hasn't been to a final like this, but has been to even bigger events. So,
yeah, Newfoundland team really stacked with experience.
They came into this, or finished the round robin, I should say, with also a 5-1 record. And then they steamrolled over Alberta in the quarterfinal 7-1 and really had no trouble against Quebec 1 in the semifinal, winning 9-4. They dropped their opener in the event, and they were telling Leslie Ann Walsh after they lost their opening game, they always lose their opening game at this event. This is the third year in a row that Simon's been here, and it's the third year in a row he's lost his opening game. So it takes a little bit to get the wheels going for him, but as we watch the young Newfoundland skip get ready to throw his opening stone, you can't blame him. He just flew back from Korea representing Canada at the Youth Olympic Games on the weekend, started here on Sunday. So he's young. He can bounce back. I did that flight once, and it was just brutal. It took me over 10 days to just get back to normal.
Oh yeah, no, that's a 28-hour flight, door to door.
Yeah. So you actually leave Korea and land in Toronto behind the time you left. I think we left at 4 p.m. Sunday, and the Olympics in 2018, and we landed at 2 p.m. Sunday in Toronto.
Time travel.
Simon will hit and stick into the 12-foot on his first throw.
Yeah, maybe wanted to roll to the center line a little bit more, but he'll be satisfied to see that Yellowstone go away. Yeah, Simon Perry didn't even get to go home. He came straight from Korea to Ottawa, so his bags are still packed.
All right. There's nose.
Playing in the mixed doubles event there. Heartbreaking loss for them. A chance to come home with the medal here, though, for sure. Just a matter of which color, as we watch Dylan Derksen, the first-year University of Saskatchewan student. He's College of Agriculture there and works on the family farm. I'm sure a lot of friends and family and farmers are watching back in Saskatchewan for this final. Hit the stick.
Really nice shot there. Dropped the weight down, made sure he stuck the shooter, and that's a dandy. Similar line now here for Perry, but it's a little bit further out. And they probably didn't throw this in practice, so maybe some fresher pebble here that a rock could grip onto and curl. He'll try and roll this back to center.
Has he got a piece of it? Just enough. Hit and roll out, so a throw through will be the call here to start the first end.
Yeah, not a bad first end for either team. I'm sure Saskatchewan's very happy to get a free look at a line here that they didn't get to see so far. And no point never wasting a single rock. You can always collect information from every shot.
Nick, easy for us.
Dylan Derksen with his throw through here in the first end. And no score to start this gold medal game here in Ottawa. Stay with us. We'll be back with continuing coverage of the U18 Canadian Championships from the RA Center.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Gripper first.
Don't forget the brooms.
Yep, you got it. Yellow.
Come on. Okay, well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
No score to start this gold medal game here. As we watch Saskatchewan lead Gavin Martins. It was Newfoundland and Labrador's Carter Holden's rock that slipped through the rings on his draw attempt. So lead's just getting used to the speed adjustment here after one end of play.
Yeah, great conditions here at the RA Center. Certainly be up to speed at this point now between practice and the first end. Everybody running rocks up and down.
I think Saint Fly's good, yeah. Let's go, buddy.
Carter is a grade 12 student at Prince of Wales Collegiate.
Okay, all you boys. Gotta go.
It was his second grade teacher who introduced him to the sport of curling and to his favorite curler, Mark Nichols.
Great choice.
A couple athletes in the field here this week mentioning Mark as one of their favorites. And keep that in the free guard zone. Not only that, it's on the center line, so we are playing with the 5-rock no-tick rule. That rock cannot be removed off the center line by Saskatchewan yet.
Yeah, great judge by the sweepers, too. It's really easy to overcook that stone and drag it into the house by accident. So showed a lot of restraint there, and it's in a fantastic spot.
Line's good. Line's good. Room. Gotta move. Chris here. Got room. 15-7. Right here. Always curl.
Sawicki and Derksen trying to make this curl around the corner guard. They'll get a decent chunk of it buried. Great shot there for Gavin.
Yeah, they were on the carve for most of that sweep all the way down. So not quite as much finish as we've been seeing so far this week. Wonder if it's a hair straighter out here today, or we'll find out as we continue to watch.
Yeah, that's the second inside-out shot we've seen so far in this game that hasn't curled as much as we saw earlier.
Different weather outside, different humidity, different heat load, so some adjustments being made.
Braden Snow, also a university student, first year for him at the Memorial University, doing pre-law. Is he by the guard? Oh, just nicks it. And will roll out.
Yeah, that was a tough result there for Newfoundland and Labrador.
Are you like going here?
Just a hair quiet, it looked like, and that was just enough to have it wick off that guard.
And unfortunately for Newfoundland, it doesn't move it very much out of the way.
Yeah, it's hard to get the sweepers off that, let it catch a thicker chunk and try and bump it over further. You still want to make that plan A shot as much as possible.
Line's good. Room.
Tyler Derksen, a two-time national championship appearance for him in softball. Also a golfer. And really caught on to mixed doubles with his teammate Shauna Simpson, who we saw skipping one of the Saskatchewan women's teams here this week.
Shauna, an excellent curler, too. She was on the broadcast earlier this week.
Good setup here for Saskatchewan to start. See the coaches in the background. Glenn Goss on the left of your screen there, coaching for Newfoundland and Labrador, and Coach Brad Kennedy in the green for Saskatchewan. Coaches have coach interactions if you haven't been watching yet this week. Each team is entitled to one per end, and both coaches can go out and discuss things with their team. But once the team that calls the interaction is complete, that's when the other coach has to return. And I will say, it hasn't been called as often as I maybe anticipated. It's good to see the athletes sorting it out, but it is a great addition, I think, to this U18 and the U21 championships.
Yeah, certainly a better way to promote learning opportunities. When you're in the moment, you can see what's happening in the house or what strategy calls may be the error. It's a lot tougher to keep that top of mind in a post-game deliberation, for example. So that 1 minute interaction is really proven its worth.
And a couple of coaches have mentioned that it's the 45 seconds between the ends also that they get to converse with the athletes and the alternate. And that has been very valuable to maybe talk more broadly about your strategy, but also ice conditions and maybe team dynamics as well.
Yeah, the level of play this year has been especially good.
It has. Martins and Sawicki trying to drag this into the 8-foot. They'll get a bite of the 8, and Saskatchewan now sitting 3 with Hammer.
Full credit to the sweepers there. They weren't skipping their pasta or carb loading last night, I'm sure.
Nick Codner is a grade 12 student at Holy Trinity High School. He's Also a summer student for the local softball organizing, teaching kids how to play the game. Doesn't quite make the double, but will roll for shot rock.
Yeah, kind of in between there again. You got to make the roll or the double. Just in between both.
Here's, I think, perfect. 10.
What weight?
10.
A lot of multi-sport athletes out here, Darren.
There is a lot of softball. Musicians as well. We were in the broadcast last night. It was a battle of fiddlers. New Brunswick Skip was a championship fiddler, as was Northern Ontario's, and they were toe-to-toe on the ice.
The winner gets a gold fiddle.
Interesting to see what that hospitality suite looks like over at the host hotel. They have brought any of the instruments. Nice quiet weight hit there for Logan to sit 3 again for the team from Martinsville.
Yeah, Saskatchewan's cooking this end. They're looking really good to score 2 now. This is a tough shot here for Newfoundland and Labrador, but it would get them out of jail a little bit in this situation. Certainly don't want to give up 3. 2 is tolerable at this point for the team wearing the Newfoundland and Labrador crest.
Nicholas Codner calling the sweep now. Do they have it? They got one. They'll hit the other, and does that go out? It does. A great shot for the young Newfoundland third.
That is a beauty.
And it's buried.
Really well managed too, and that's with that much weight, it's super easy to either over or under call that stone. They hit it dead perfect.
Sign there, that'll buy Nick. Logan Sawicki, this one might be turned in a little bit. And what happens with where this Red Rock goes?
Oh, can't jam. Oof.
Gets away with it.
Boy, oh boy.
So that shot by Nick Codner's really changed this end around in a hurry.
Yeah, remember when I said you're okay giving up 2? That was a lie. Me on Maury Povich sitting in the chair getting roasted.
Braden Snow does hold the broom. Throws second stones, holds the broom for Skip Simon. Talk about multi-sport athletes. This one as well. Simon playing competitive soccer, golf, and he plays the piano, cello, and guitar. Bit of a concert here tonight at the. They're going to have a awards and a banquet here for the athletes in the gymnasium. Parents have a parent social at the same time, so a chance for the kids to have a little fun on their own. I wonder if there'll be any instruments there.
Tough to pack your instruments with your curling gear, but I'm sure somebody probably managed to get something clever in there.
Doubt Simon brought his based on his travel.
Yeah, you're probably right there. He's showing no fatigue, though.
Nope.
Right.
Another golfer here in Dylan Derksen, also loves fishing, woodworking, and playing mixed doubles with his cousin Melissa. The Saskatchewan team really has gravitated towards mixed doubles.
Really fun format.
Might get the tricky double here. Look at this.
Oh, man.
And is the other one? Oh, not quite, but he does get shot rock.
It's still pretty good. And it's going to be elementary regardless for Newfoundland and Labrador, but you get full style points for that offering.
Halfway down, it was not looking like it was going to be that great of a result, so they'll take it.
Yeah, and that's one of those, doesn't feel good emotionally to see that rock, go underway the way it did. It's just, it's one of those ones you shake it off and say, oh, well, no big deal.
Mentioned this is his third U18 championship. He's been to a U21 as well. And of course, fresh off the Youth Olympic Games. Simon Perry will hit, roll, and does it leave a double? Pretty flat.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for it. I would just take my one and get out of here.
Either way, it would be a single, so routine hit and stick here for Dylan Derksen to get on the board. But key shot in that end certainly belongs to Nicholas Codner, with double to be buried and change of momentum.
Yeah. Circle that one in your scorecard at home. That could be a big one. Saskatchewan was easily cooking up a multiple score, and all of a sudden now they're being forced.
Dylan Derksen with his final stone needs to hit and stick anywhere in the 8 foot.
Clean. 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 Yum. Clean. Clean.
That's every sweeper's favorite 5-letter word.
The University of Saskatchewan skip hits and sticks for 1, and we'll go 1-0 after 2 ends. We'll be back with third end coverage from the U18 championships here in Ottawa.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Just one more throw, please.
Thank you for making moments like these possible.
Saskatchewan goes top 4 on their first in this third end, and Newfoundland and Labrador responds with a hit and stick. As we continue this gold medal game, Darren McEwen alongside Andrew Denny in a fairly open first couple of ends, but certainly a key shot in that last end there by Nicholas Codner.
Yeah, clutch double there for Codner, and really changed the complexion of the end, allowing Saskatchewan, forcing Saskatchewan to take a single point. They were definitely in business in that second end, and we'll see if they can get that same momentum rolling here in the third.
Curl. Hard curl.
Gavin Martins will get a hit and stick into the 12 foot. Credits Mark Kennedy and Ben Hebert for being athletes that he's always aspired to look up to.
Two beauties.
Yeah. Also his father.
Probably also a beauty.
And he's played in a couple men's spiels actually with his dad, so that's a pretty cool experience to be able to play with your parents.
A little bit of a contrast here, Darren, compared to what we've been seeing earlier in the week. Every team has been keen to play with rocks and play and get aggressive, and maybe these teams are going to bide their time and really be selective about their risk opportunities in this game.
Nice hit and roll, though, to hang on. Yeah, it's little more open.
I don't blame them. You know, it's a gold medal final. It's one mistake can sewer you, so you really got to make sure that you're confident about every little management system here.
Gavin looked up to Mark and Ben as curlers that he's watched. Tyler has always looked up to Pat Simmons, of course, an accomplished curler, and worked a bit with him in the high performance program and at various curling camps.
Feels like Pat Simmons goes to every Brier every year, it feels like sometimes. At least when we were growing up in the 2010s, you know, his name was always there.
He's actually going to the Scotties this year, too. Supports a team with Skylar Ackerman and her Saskatchewan team.
Yeah, Pat very involved at Curl Sask.
Okay, all you boys. Where am I going? Wait.
Braden Snow.
Mine's good.
He's a bit of a, well, he is an import on this team, really. He represented Prince Edward Island at the U18 championships and just recently moved to another island, Newfoundland. Good pickup for this team, that's for sure. Someone that competed at the Canada Winter Games as well in 2023 in his home province of Prince Edward Island.
It's amazing how much national experience you can accumulate before you even graduate high school.
Yeah. Tyler's Rock will make contact, roll just out of the house.
Yeah, hitting sticks are proving to be a little tricky on the wings here in our gold medal final. Could be nerves, could just be some different paths. That's why you play open for a little bit, or at least be selective about your opportunities, because when you really need to make a hit and stick, you'll have collected all the information required.
Native of Prince Edward Island, his first coach, Shelley McFadden, that he wanted to give a shout out to, as well as his parents who supported him in curling. Obviously, with the move to Newfoundland, that would be a lot of support required. So impressive to see his career continue now wearing the red and white.
That's one of the best parts about our game, Darren, is you can play it for life. So if you start early and really fall in love with it, you'll be busy and entertained for the rest of your days.
Logan Sawicki, his mother Carla competed at the 1996 Winter Games as third for Team Saskatchewan. I believe that was the Canada Winter Games.
There's a nose hit.
I think we might have a technical timeout here. Not sure if we're getting something. Oh, he's got a little bit of a cut on a finger. So see Coach Glenn Goss there. Glenn's been to 6 Briers. So a very good ad for this team, Glenn Goss is. Best finish was 6-5 back in 1992 as the skip of Newfoundland and Labrador, but also was a 2012 Canadian senior silver medalist as the skip. Lost that final to Rob Armitage out in Abbotsford, BC.
You have an encyclopedic knowledge of curling, Darren.
Well, the internet helps. and big shout out to these teams for also providing us with all the information that makes us sound somewhat smart. Rob McKinley there, the umpire for Curling Canada, helping call that technical timeout, so the clocks will stop for that. But coach interactions, as we talked about earlier, do not stop the clock. That wasn't one of them.
Yeah, we'll call that a medical timeout.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's dry in here, you know. It's little cuts on your hands and stuff start to accumulate.
Talked about accomplishments, and we do ask the athletes to provide us with that information. We can dig some of it up, but this gentleman here, Nicholas Codner, we asked him to list, as we did all the athletes, their curling success. And at the very young age of under 18, he's been able to compete, this being the third U18 championship. He went to a mixed nationals in 2023, and he was so young that Curling Canada had to be there with him to check him into his hotel room because they needed an adult there with him. And then he competed in the U21s last year, but I think most notably, he completed in the Brier in 2022 in Lethbridge, and is in the record books, Andrew, as you talked about, as the youngest person to ever throw a rock at a Brier at the age of 15.
15 years old in Lethbridge, Alberta. I remember watching him throw that rock too, and being, well, it makes you wonder what you've done in your life to not be there. But full credit to him. That's a fantastic piece of trivia, and I'm sure a memory he will never forget.
Very humble, because he didn't even put it in his bio. I think I'd have T-shirts made if I was the youngest person ever to throw a rock in the Brier.
I mean, introducing yourself to strangers that way.
He was called in to play as the alternate for Team Nathan Young in a game against Alberta's Kevin Cooey late in the game. It was Nathan Young who took him as alternate, and Nicholas also mentioned that Nathan Young was a team he always looked up to, and one that he was so proud to play with at the Brier in that 2022 event.
Nathan Young, one of the good guys in curling. Really nice fellow, always loves to chat.
Yeah, you can really see the influence, I would say, of Brad Gouchou on the athletes on the ice, like Nathan Young and Simon Perry and Nicholas Codner, but also off the ice. They're very great spokesmen for the game, and they communicate well with the media. Like, it's really I think fascinating to see that Brad has had an influence on these athletes, not just as curlers, but also as, ambassadors of the sport.
Yeah, those leadership traits always permeate through, and I think these young lads will probably be happy when Brad decides to hang them up. Yeah. But Lord knows how long that'll be. So get comfy, boys. You're going to have to fight your way up.
Yeah, we had Simon and Nicholas actually in the booth commentating a game earlier in the week.
How'd they do?
Good. Great. It is cool that we've actually had a few athletes up here because more and more streaming is happening, curling events, and it's certainly a pathway that, or an opportunity that the athletes can pursue as well.
Yeah, the nice part is all these games are going to be archived on Curling Canada Plus as well, so you can go back and watch them anytime you want.
Listen to all our mistakes.
Well, hey, as long as you sound smooth, right?
Yeah. Dylan Derksen with his first stone. Influential people in Dylan's curling career is top of the list. Brad Kennedy, his coach, says he's a real positive influence, has driven this team to make them better. And he also is impressed by how much he cares about the sport and other people around him. So some nice words from the young Saskatchewan skip for his coach, Brad Kennedy.
Yeah, it's a very high compliment. You heard 10.5 is the desired hit weight, and frankly it's nice to hear the male side of the game finally adapting time-based hit weights. The ladies are credited for doing it first, well, because they're smarter. So it's a more accurate measurement rather than control. Well, what's control? I don't know. Enough to bounce off the boards. Okay, great. We can measure it. Let's go with that.
Yeah, when you play on different teams, like throughout your life or also just in the season, I play on 2 different teams. Control weight's different for my skips.
Oh yeah.
So using times is definitely a little better read.
Accuracy, the name of the game.
And speaking of the women, we will have the gold medal game for the U18 women later this afternoon, 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 in Manitoba. For those planning to watch from the Carmen Golf and Curling Club, the team of Shayla Howard is going to be taking on the team from Quebec. Those teams both coming through the round of 12, so they've took a little longer route than these two men's teams to get here. These two teams got buys right to the quarterfinals based on their round-robin record.
Yeah, that gold medal game at 4:30 is going to be really good. That Quebec team, skipped by Julien Fortin, they have a ton of momentum. Up and down end here, though, Darren.
Sure is. We have a bronze medal game next to us. Nova Scotia and Quebec in the men's are locked at 1 point apiece.
It's Joel Kratz coaching the Nova Scotia team over there, and Joel has been on our broadcast before. He was in Rwanda for the under-21, the New Holland under-21 championships. Joel going to the Brier this year for Team New Brunswick, so we'll see him in Regina.
Simon Perry with the blank attempt. Pretty close. Just a light clean.
Should be just fine.
And we'll put another blank on the board. It's still Saskatchewan leading 1-0 after 3 ends of this gold medal game. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's a beautiful blend of strategy, skill, and creativity. Curling. But it's our people that make us great. We're a mosaic of countless experiences. We communicate and collaborate. We value new ideas and different perspectives. We learn from our past and from our future. We may even disagree sometimes, but it's in our differences that we can see our strengths. The beauty of our sport is reflected in our people and our values. Regardless of your ethnicity or gender, your abilities, your stage in life, your beliefs, or who you love. The rocks and the ice don't discriminate. And as curlers, we won't either. We will be the change that we want to see in the world. Curling is a place for everyone.
Welcome back. We're in the 4th end of this gold medal game for the men's U18 Canadian Championships. I'm Darren McEwen, joined with Andrew Denny here at the RA Center in Ottawa. Also want to give a big credit to the Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club for being another venue that was used at this event and did a fantastic job over there. We are now condensed to this venue for the final 2 draws. This is the men's championship, but the Ottawa Hunt did another great job hosting an event, and as have the members here at the RA Center.
Yeah, the Ottawa Hunt investing in curling all over the place. They've hosted a mitt full of national championships in the last 10 years, mixed doubles, club, all sorts of goodies. They can add U18s to their list now as well. And a lot of good curling teams coming out of the Ottawa Hunt. It was Dominique Vivier was in the field for the female side of this event, representing the Ottawa Hunt. And Danielle Inglis going to the Scottish Tournament of Hearts out of the Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club, and that starts on, next week, Darren, next Friday.
Yeah, curling is alive and well here in Ottawa. We have one of the newest facilities in the entire country just opened up in Ottawa. And then you mentioned the other teams. We had 2 other teams in this field from Ottawa. The RCMP Curling Club was represented by Ava Akers, and Owen Nichols also on the men's side was representing the Rideau Curling Club. So,
yeah, not too far from here, actually.
Certainly helped with filling the stands, but even without any of those teams on the ice right now, it's a full house as we watch Carter Holden with his second stone of the 4th end. Looks like we're going to get a few more rocks in play, at least to start here, Andrew.
Yeah, you like to see it. It's the fourth end, and Newfoundland and Labrador with hammer. I'm sure they want to put their two up and maintain that scoring in the even ends pattern that everybody is so enamored with. Yeah, for good reason. Got a good one coming here.
Carter Holden locks it on.
Ooh, that is nice. Plenty of room there for Saskatchewan to squeeze one on top. But freezes are tricky shots, and they require a lot of finesse, a lot of precision. You don't want to wick open or be heavy or leave it light. It demands near perfection.
T. Room. Running.
The Derksen brothers, Tyler throwing this rock. The brothers had parents, grandma, cousins, etc. They all curl. Dylan started at age 6. Tyler started at age 4.
Holy moly.
And they entered their first bonspiel with their parents at age 8 and 6. Tyler competed in his first U18 championships at just the age of 11, and then his first junior provincials at age 13.
That's something.
Curling is in a lot of people's blood in Saskatchewan, but it is definitely in these two young athletes' blood for sure, as we see Dylan there.
Would have loved to have gotten that freeze attempt a little closer to the nose of the Newfoundland and Labrador stone, but there's just enough room here for Newfoundland and Labrador to squeeze that rock out and roll underneath that guard.
Great shot by Braden Snow.
Yeah, unlocks everything at the back of the forefoot as well. Sweepers thought it was a little heavy, still curled up really nice. Didn't cross the nose quite as much as they originally may have wanted, but that's still a fine result.
Newfoundland and Labrador with hammer in this fourth end.
I say fine result like they aren't sitting too. It's a great result.
That's not great. You like this? Okay.
So we have a coach interaction here called by Coach Brad Kennedy, as we see the Saskatchewan fans. Let's listen in as Brad talks.
I know. I don't. Just get those behind the tee line. Yeah. Get your rock in front of theirs, right? Get yours pretty
back line. Right?
Yeah. Just need get them both behind the tee line now, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was a quick one.
Yeah, simple messaging, always best. In the heat of battle, expediency speaks volumes.
Time clocks do not stop for that coach interaction, so no time really wasted there.
Love the call, too. Just change these angles. Let's get those red stones back behind the tee line. You can start building up, and it's going to be a great way to orchestrate a force here for Team Saskatchewan.
You like the call and probably like the result. Good shot by the young Saskatchewan second.
Yeah, not bad at all. Again, another situation where you just love for it to curl up just a fraction more, but the milk didn't go sour on that shot. Still a great result.
Shouldn't curl much. Just half. What was that? Oh, that was probably heavy. That's probably not that.
Saskatchewan does have to be careful, though. There's a lot of red starting to accumulate.
This is the second rock here for Newfoundland second. Trying to make it curl. And he does. Wow. And suddenly Newfoundland and Labrador is sitting 3 behind cover. Fantastic shot by Braden Snow.
That's a dandy.
Quiet weight. Really impressive by both these teams. Made a few quiet weight shots, also some pretty open big weight shots as well.
Yeah, it's the first rock of this end, too, that we've seen cross the nose of its intended target. Bringing that weight down, and with how lively these striking bands are, how lively these houses are, all those shots are absolutely in play.
Speaking of curling influences, Logan says he's always impressed when he sees his 84-year-old grandfather get down in the hack and slide out to deliver his stone. So if his grandfather's watching this, made a big impact on this young Saskatchewan third's career already.
That's really impressive. I'm nowhere close to that age, and I get pops and ticks and all sorts of things when I'm in the hack.
I was just going to say, creaks in my knees just standing here.
Oh, boy.
Saskatchewan opens it up, but it is Newfoundland and Labrador with the hammer this end.
Good to have removed the guard, bad to have not touched the pile. So 50-50 result there. And boy, oh boy, this is starting to get spooky for Team Saskatchewan.
Tight. Tight, Carter. It's tight. You gotta go over and on. Let's go, guys. Over and on. Where is it?
Nick likes to curl, but he also likes to go fast. He's used to race bandoleros, I believe it is, at the track in Newfoundland. Yeah. I had to Google what that was, but pretty cool.
Fun hobby.
Yeah.
Expensive hobby, but a fun hobby.
That was a slow guard.
You have enough of it?
Over curl just a smidge. You can't, well, you could run the redstone in. It's such a low percentage shot. And the upside's not really there since it's not your stone anymore that you'd be running in.
Like, you're gonna roll here.
Saskatchewan's already used their coach interaction for this end, as you see Coach Brad in the back there with Newfoundland coach Glenn Goss.
You like this or okay? I think like straight back. That turn.
This is probably the biggest shot of the game so far coming up here for Logan Sawicki.
Yeah, I think this is being thrown more out of necessity than anything. There's not a lot of get out of jail shots anywhere else. You could hit and flop over. Shooter's going to be exposed. Newfoundland and Labrador just rolls back. They'd still be sitting 3, so.
Sawicki with the run attempt. What's he got? Well, he'll move one of those redstones over. So now it's just 2 for Newfoundland and Labrador, I believe.
It's better.
And it is a yellow guard up now, so if they have to play that shot again. Yeah, it's just 2, so certainly better than it was, Andrew.
Well, depending on who you're cheering for. Still really good for Newfoundland and Labrador.
The only other thought is just this. I don't mind that.
That's kind of tempting at this point. Not sure I love it. You'd be sitting 3 minimum.
It needs interaction.
There you hear interaction being used. Glenn Goss, the 6-time Brier appearances for this coach. Let's listen in for Glenn.
Like if we do this, he probably takes a crack at this early, right? If he misses, we're in the money, but yeah. So do we ever just play to here?
I think you almost want to just play to here.
Yeah.
Because then if he freezes and just blasts it. Yeah. So almost right here.
Well, even here isn't bad. Yeah.
I think that actually makes the double. I think they gotta be lower.
I think a shade lower. Just here.
And a shade a little bit deep. Right?
Yeah. You like that color? Just on the center line right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So a bonus, I guess, for Saskatchewan too is that the coach from the opposing team does also get to interact. So Brad Kennedy has a good chance to also discuss with Saskatchewan what they will play next. But Saskatchewan or Newfoundland and Labrador here, what have they opted for, Andrew?
It looks like they're just going to try and come into the 4-foot right on the center line side, maybe start to set up a little Christmas tree effect. I like this much better than chasing that yellow. That's a really low percentage shot. It gives Saskatchewan an out. if you get in the way of this path immediately, your odds of scoring 3 are much better.
A veteran of national championships, Nicholas Codner has already made a really great shot early in this game in the second end. Now he's being asked to make a quiet draw.
Ooh, heavy's not good.
Where's this one going to stop?
It's got to stop somewhere.
Slides behind the tee.
It's just 2 feet too heavy. So close to perfect.
Should I have you on that earlier? I'm sorry. I love it.
Apology there from one of the players. I'm not sure which one, but I did hear Newfoundland saying it was a little bit strong, but it is loud in here too, so it can be difficult to communicate sometimes.
Yeah, really loud, and sometimes that noise can distract you a little or throw you off what your usual game is, but every athlete I've talked to so far this week says they love the ruckus.
Been to another U18 or U21 championships, probably used to it. I think both these teams would be at this point.
Most certainly.
Another big shot here for Saskatchewan, trying to cut Newfoundland down. Might be able to generate a steal as well if Dylan Derksen can put this one onto the back button stone.
Yeah, golden opportunity here for the team in green.
This one's curling a bit more than the Newfoundland stone. Does it have the wheels to get there? It's close. It's going to be second shot.
Still pretty good.
He almost got it in straight pitching, but then he
Pick it.
Yeah.
Force him to make it again, though. Like is that?
If you clean it off, this might be better because then this is number 2.
Yeah, that's interesting too. Could get a little action of the back red ones into the yellow.
Yeah, and if you get that yellow moving, that would really be the extra gravy on your turkey.
If you want to stick the shooter,
Tough as nails.
Yeah, it might be too cute too. You don't want to ever jam it. Yeah, just like Braden said, you don't ever want to do that.
Yeah, play it thin first, naturally. If Saskatchewan comes back and makes it better, you'll still have that same free draw and plenty of backing for a single. Wouldn't be ideal, but you'd be forcing Saskatchewan to make a shot. Can't block everything in this sport. And if Newfoundland does want to score multiple, they will have to deal with this stone, whether it's pretty or not.
Nova Scotia picked up 2 in the bronze medal game. They lead Quebec 3-1, and they're also sitting 3 without Hammer right now in that bronze medal game. You can find the scores at curling.ca/scoreboard. Always good to come home with some hardware. If I know a disappointing loss for both those teams in the semifinals, but had a night to sleep on it. So we watch Simon Perry try and pick this stone out. But it is going, Andrew.
Yeah, a little soft on the delivery, maybe.
Is he by? Oh, he jams it, but it is 2 for Newfoundland and Labrador right now.
Yeah, got everything moving. That's good enough. As long as you're sitting 2 after that, that's pretty solid. Yeah, caught it thicker than they wanted, but no harm, no foul.
One lonely yellow right now in the 8-foot. Dylan Derksen had his weight on the last one, just a foot or 2 short, so should be close on this one.
Yeah, we'll see if he actually kicks with the same weight and gives it to the sweepers or not. They were on it most of the way regardless, so I think he'll probably try and kick a little harder, but in that situation, sometimes it's better off to look at your sweepers and go, all right, I'm giving this one to you just in case, because light is not the end of the world so long as the line is good. Heavy is not good.
Biggest shot of the game here for the Saskatchewan skip. Dylan Derksen doesn't like it yet. And the sweepers are backing off, calling back 8. So,
oh boy.
Andrew, like you said, you don't want to be heavy on this one.
No, you do not.
Back 4 now.
Okay,
so
that's better.
Line needs to curl well, no, they're trying to make it curl.
You also can't wick off here. Yeah, you can't bounce. Too bad.
Oh boy. So it does finish. It was basically back 8, but ends up at the back of the 4-foot.
Yeah, tough result there for Team Saskatchewan.
So
Nice and easy.
a hit now, almost in the same path
Are you sure it's us?
for 3.
Take a look for yourself. I think so.
We'll get confirmation here from Nick
Just board.
that they are currently third shot.
Always good to take a second look, make sure your second shot. You could get creative and try and score 4 here or 5 even, trying to come off the inside of that yellow stone in the 8-foot, touch your red and have that red chicane into the other yellow, but you've got a 3 in hand and it's a real simple shot. There is no point in going for extra marbles when you've got these 3 locked. It would look great on TV.
It would. Big shot here for the grade 12 student from Newfoundland and Labrador, Simon Perry, looking to put a crooked number on the board. Has 1 in hand.
Be careful with this curl call, boys.
And listen to the crowd here at the RA Center as Newfoundland and Labrador puts 3 on the board and jumps out to a 3-1 lead as we head to the break. It's no problem. Perry's got this. We'll be back after the break.
You make moments like these possible.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. BDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
welcome back. Gold medal game here at the RA Center at the U18 Canadian Championships. Newfoundland and Labrador went really hard for their multiple points in that fourth end, and it paid off, Andrew, as Simon Perry made a quiet Wade hit for 3 points, and they jump out to a 3-1 lead at the break.
Interesting, too, in the second end, Saskatchewan had a 3 cooking as well. Just couldn't quite convert, so this game could be much higher scoring than it already is, but Newfoundland and Labrador right now showing a little more poise, and it's manifested into a 2-point lead.
Line's good. Little tight. Six.
Gavin Martinstone trying to keep a guard, and it looks like it will slip just into the rings.
That's too bad. You really want that corner guard set up if you're Team Saskatchewan here in the 5th, but still 4 ends left to play here inclusively, so plenty of curling left to get busy.
And the fans entertained. Saskatchewan brought a big crew of green here. Newfoundland and Labrador also have their supporters, and I'm sure a lot of folks watching back home at the St. John's Curling Club Remax Center.
2 wonderful curling provinces. And fans that travel extremely well no matter where the national competitions are being hosted.
Yeah, it's 2 of the places that wherever you go in the world, almost, there'll be someone wearing a Rough Rider jersey or someone with a Newfoundland flag. And speaking of Newfoundland, there he is. He's the reigning Montana's Brier champion, Brad Gushu, who also himself won 6 junior championships for Newfoundland and Labrador, went on to win 2 World Junior Championships. He's here this week cheering on his daughters in the women's event, but today he's cheering on his clubmates from the St. John's Curling Club and Simon Perry. Great to see Brad here.
Yeah, can't say enough good things about Mr. Gushu. He's done a lot for the leadership side of the game and a lot for the province of Newfoundland and Labrador.
And if he keeps winning, they keep liking him because it opens up a spot for these guys to get to the Brier. But every year you see, this year it's Andrew Simmons, who actually won the club championships. Where else? The Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club.
Of course. The Ottawa Hunt and Golf got their fingers on everything.
So Andrew's going to be representing Newfoundland and Labrador. Brad's obviously Team Canada in Regina this year.
And you know they're working hard getting ready for that event. Always exciting. Very happy to see the Montana's Brier back in Saskatchewan as well. They got lots of family out there, and they're all making the trip to Regina for that event.
I'm pretty excited to be there myself. I've never been to a championship event in Regina.
Ooh, you're in for a treat there.
Moose Jaw, Saskatoon for the trials was so much fun. I know big group came down from Martinsville, basically a bedroom community to Saskatoon, and great fan support. It was kind of the first event after the pandemic.
Yeah, that was nice to get back to things. We're fully in the swing of it now.
We are, and Newfoundland and Labrador sitting 2 in this end without Hammer. Corner guard is up, though, for Saskatchewan to use. Center. Oh, sorry.
No, just a quick audible there to try and make this roll back, and that's an excellent shot.
Yeah, they'll use the center guard now.
Same weight. Is this a 3? Yep. Nothing, certainly nothing less. You don't need much more, though. You got it.
Braden Snow.
It's no problem.
We've got no snow here.
Yeah, it's all melted. 8 or 9 degrees today. I mean, considering how stark in contrast the weather has been from, well, last week to this week, the ice conditions are looking really good. Times are similar. Plenty of good late finish in this sheet.
Speaking of snow, Nova Scotia buried this week in their snowstorm, and they're up 3-2, the men, in their bronze medal game on Quebec. They have Hammer now.
Okay, yeah.
Team from Nova Scotia playing with 3 from much of this event, I believe it was.
Yeah, it may have fallen subject to illness, I believe, but I could be wrong as well. I was hearing mutterings about a couple teams are feeling the pinch a little. It's a long week. Your attrition will be tested.
Tyler Derksen with the freeze attempt. Sweepers backing away.
Line's good. Line's really good. Right here. 3.
This one came down, though, I think.
They got a good one here.
What a great shot.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Right now, Saskatchewan doesn't hammer here in the 5th, but Newfoundland is definitely in the driver's seat.
Just up for it.
They're the one dictating the angles, and they've got those 2 staggered guards set up. So ball's in their court.
Let's go. Let's go.
Got to make this one, though. I guess that's evergreen in a gold medal game. You got to make them all.
Nick and Simon have curled together for the last 4 years, so a lot of familiarity between these 2 players.
Makes a world of difference. They're walking this stone over with some good late finish. Pretty good results. The angles aren't super great now for Newfoundland. They would have loved to have crossed or gotten to the nose or better on that, just a little bit less weight, but it's still a fine result.
Logan Sawicki, recent graduate, grade 12, taking the year off as an apprenticeship plumber with Town and Country Plumbing and Heating out of Regina. And then he's going to go on to pursue a career in firefighting in the fall.
Fantastic choice. Plumbing and firefighting, you'll have a job for life.
Need that everywhere. Interesting angles here shaping up in this end, Andrew.
Yeah, a little tight on that offering and ends up crashing on the front. So, yeah, Newfoundland back in the driver's seat now. Saskatchewan sitting 1, and I know for a fact that Newfoundland would be happy to force them here.
So we're second.
Listen in on this conversation.
Not very good angles here.
No. I think you just got to try and play it here.
You could, yeah, or you could play this back.
No, I think that those angles don't work for you. I think that real thing.
Okay. Or that is putting them on here. What's he doing then?
I don't mind that.
Even if we try to bump this 5 sideways and just move the 4 back right here.
Oh, I don't mind just going right here, something that he can't get rid of.
Yeah, and then he can come in here, right? You might have a chance to 3 at the end of it.
Well, let him. If he ever ticks off, then like this has got to be perfect. Yeah, well, I think this. If you get this right here,
you're trying to move this. Trying to get this.
I don't like putting any separation because this shooter's always going to give him the way in. I think right here.
What do you think, Glenn?
So discussion, now a coach interaction. I like how they did that.
I'm thinking if you just plant one right there. No bumps or anything, just right there.
Yeah, the drawings are pretty ridiculously hard, right?
Is it easier to get it just going bump, bump, which would open up that yellow? Just tap the 4 rock that's at top of the 12.
Tap the 3 into the 4?
Right into this, right to where you're saying.
I don't mind that. It might be easier to get there, honestly, Simon. Okay. I like that.
You don't want him on the outside of it, because if he hits the outside of it, you lose all the ribs.
Okay, sure.
Just tap, tap.
Yeah. Okay.
So Glenn Goss with the tap suggestion. But the 2 curlers who played together for 4 years had their discussion, and then they brought in the coach to get a little bit more insight.
Yeah, you like to see that. Players obviously feel they've got their autonomy, and they're the ones in the, conducting their strategy.
Right, there's something right there.
I like this call. It's a little complicated, but coach is right. You don't want to be on the outside of anything there, so playing a clockwise rotation would be dangerous.
Trying to hold it now. What do they got? They bump. Wow, that's
pretty good.
Pretty good. It actually is ended up in the place where they were considering just doing the draw.
Yeah, I would have loved to have it just a smidge closer to the center line, but that's a fantastic result. That is no picnic. That's a tough shot.
Managed not to move the yellow too far, so they are still second shot. Back of the button.
I don't think you throw it hard. I don't even know if you throw it that hard.
Last two ends, we've been in it after a couple of really open ends to start this gold medal game.
Yeah, 8 ends of play scheduled here for our championship finals.
I don't hate 10. 10's pretty good.
You got to choose a time to get busy.
This, and you want to keep this. Yeah, 9 or 10. I like 10. And just watch the yellow so it rolls up underneath that. Just off nose.
Run back attempt, Andrew?
Seems like it. I think the upside here is no matter what, you open up that side of the sheet, even if you miss the straight run back. The yellow spring loaded, it will catch second shot at the back. And then you're probably going to be blasting your way out to try and score your 2, if not get a miss and maybe 3.
Logan Sawicki with his second stone of the 5th end.
This is tight.
Have them off for just a second, but that's going to just miss the rocks in the house. Yeah.
Good news is your guard is now moved. Bad news is Newfoundland can choose to put it, well, basically anywhere they want.
Just papers past that cluster.
Do you like the outturn? What do you think, Bryce, here? Yeah.
You like giving them the same shot?
What?
You like giving them the same shot?
Yes.
But if we just freeze in the pocket, why is there only 2? I think we freeze in the pocket.
I want to give a shout out to those two folks you see at the top of your screen there. Maurice Wilson sitting there next to Leslie Ann Walsh. Leslie Ann from Newfoundland and Labrador. They're here in the capacity of coaches mentors. There we go. And those two have been around all week, available for coaches. And I think it's a fantastic addition to have them here. Leslie Ann's been to a number of championship events. Maurice has coached for many, many years here in Ontario as well. They're a good liaison between coaches and umpires and athletes and helping with all sorts of things. You have a lot of moving parts at a championship like that, so kudos to those two. And I'm sure Leslie Ann, staying impartial, although she is from Newfoundland and Labrador, knows all these athletes on the ice.
Yeah, they do a lot of work on exactly what you described there and the intangibles. And their work is so important to making sure that this remains a positive development event. And between Costco runs and chatting with parents and mentoring coaches, they do it all.
So audible there for Simon Perry. He wicks off the guard and achieves what he wanted to, which is to guard that situation on the right side of your screen. Another coach's interaction. This time we have Brad Kennedy.
Can you hit in the crotch of those 2? Get rid of this red one that's in the way of our out-turn draw on your last shot. Yeah. Hit the crotch, kind of, even if your shooter can almost keep coming through the middle, but get that red out of the way over here so we can play a tap on that side, and it'll open up the out-turn draw tap on your yellow on your last one. All you got to do is tap that 5 inches to get it to the button, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just kind of
hit those top 2 in the
two out of the way. Yeah, get that red out of our way. Okay. So yeah, hit the yellow probably first. Right in the cross.
Yeah.
Good call there from Coach Brad.
Going through.
I think we might see if perfect contact is made here for Dylan. You might see the shooter scoot right potentially into the house.
Yeah, that shooter could keep traveling down if you hit him. Well, right in the pocket.
A lot of action on these rocks. A lot of action in the house as well all week.
It should keep going through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Really, the ideal goal is you want to unlock that stone so you can tap it for your second point at some point.
Yeah, hit it fairly thin.
Last thing Brad said was hit the yellow first if you can.
The left one slightly first. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Pretty complex end. A lot of options.
Is playing his intern. Dylan Derksen trying to clean things up a little bit. Watch this shooter here. Oh, it doesn't move. Well, it actually keeps going, but does give a little bit, makes things a little bit better for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, hard to know. Maybe a little thinner. They weren't really calling. No. Maybe it didn't look as good as it did on paper. Either way, it opened everything up. But it didn't open up anything worth tapping.
Or do you guard leaving this tap?
That is, you could access that stone. It's just exceptionally difficult.
Well, my only thing is, can you blast this on the nose and bump these swing?
Yeah. So we just guarded this and leaving this tap for 2. Okay.
There you heard Simon say, just
No, just a guard here.
throw the guard, leave the tough tap that you mentioned, Andrew, for 2. That is not an easy shot. We've seen some fantastic quiet weight shots this week, but that would be among them.
Yeah, a rock that looks buried isn't exactly buried on this ice.
And it's buried with a 3 guard, so Simon's pretty comfortable leaving that shot.
Nice thing about that tap for Saskatchewan, too, is you only got to move it 4 or 5 inches, so you don't need to really get too cute with it.
Didn't waste too much time on this call. Simon Perry throwing the guard on his final stone. Up by 2.
Yeah, and a real wise move to say, okay, well, we're going to leave them a shot for 2, but it's a tough shot. And if they make it, they make it. You tip your cap, you tie it, and you move on with hammer and 6. It's pretty good.
And that will do the trick.
Yeah, really nicely done there. It's perfect guard. Not an easy task on ice like this.
The tap, that or here?
Zachary Atherton and his team from the Chester Curling Club and Halifax Curling Club in Nova Scotia picked up the steal. They're up now 5-2 in the bronze medal game on Quebec.
And that team is cooking.
Sorry, it wasn't a steal. It was 2 points. Took 2, but they're off and running right now.
Yeah, still cooking.
It's tough, but it's
I know.
It's literally all we have, though.
Yeah, it is literally all they have.
Yeah, or that.
There is the angle, but you probably just as difficult, and you can't really play too much weight with the angle.
That is really tough.
The other thing is this. But then there's still.
Not sure I love that.
I don't think so. I think that's missing it. No.
The voice you hear is
That's
younger brother Tyler discussing his options with his older brother Dylan.
But I gotta throw it kind of harder.
I like that he's looking for options, but that is tough.
Super thin. I need more than back 4. Not half. It's like back 8.
It's a smidge straighter out here today, so maybe the boys are picking up on the fact that this is now upping the degree of difficulty. If you throw this rock on Wednesday afternoon, for example, there's more than enough curl to make it go. Maybe not today. I still think this is the shot.
Nice thing is when you're in the hack, you have at least one. So there's no risk to this call, but it is over buried from our vantage point here behind the hack. Back 8 is what they're calling.
Yeah, back 4 is plenty. You don't need to move. I guess because they're hitting it so thin, maybe they want to take another foot or 2 extra. Either way, tough shot.
Dylan Derksen. Back 8, back 12. Younger brother Tyler on this sweep right now. Needs to sliver by that red stone. That's going to crash, so it will just be a single for Saskatchewan. And a 3-2 lead Newfoundland and Labrador will take as we begin the 6th end. In just a few moments, we'll be back from the RA Center of the gold medal game.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
The Men of Curling calendar is more than a date provider. Each edition is packed with beautiful images and tons of curling information too. Support curlers and charity by buying yours today at curlingcares.com.
Saskatchewan responds with a single in the fifth end. And up goes the center guard by Gavin Martins right on the center line, so it can't be ticked. As we watch Carter Holden of Newfoundland and Labrador. I'm Darren McEwen, joined by Andrew Denny here in the gold medal game of this year's U18 championships. We are in for a real exciting last few ends for the men's division.
Yeah, the ever-important sixth end underway now, and Saskatchewan may be a little disappointed with only getting a single there, but you're still in this ball game. An opportunity, however, for Newfoundland and Labrador to create some space. If they can score a two here, they'd be very comfortable as we progress into the latter ends of this matchup.
Andrew, you love telling stories, writing stories. I wanted to also remind our viewers here on Curling Canada Plus that Curling Day in Canada has come up and coming up, and your curling story contest is deadline is approaching on Monday. Looking to share your most compelling curling-related stories and photos. Deadline is midnight on Monday for a chance to advance to the voting round, and then fans will get a chance to vote on their favorite stories. The winning submission will actually get a really cool experience. They get to head to the Montana's Briar, 2025 Montana's Briar. It will include transportation, double occupancy hotel rooms for 4 nights, tickets for all the games in the final 4 days, and some Briar clothing. So, Andrew, you like to write stories. What would be your submission?
That's a great question, Darren. There's so many facets to curling, and there's so many moving parts. I think community is a very strong part of curling, so I always try to lean on my experiences and, how much good the community's done for me and how much I try to give back to the community. If I had one particular example, I would probably say it would be for context, I was the first curler in my family, and my mother started curling after I did, so helping her buy curling equipment was a really fun experience for me. That was always fun, but being privileged to be part of the Curling Canada communications team, I get to see a lot of national championships, and that every time that there's a gold medal on the line, my heart rate goes up, and that also permeates really, really well. And we'll save the stories that I can't tell live on the broadcast for once this championship is done, Darren.
Find him in a patch somewhere, and Andrew will tell you those stories.
Oh, I'm hiding forever.
Great draw by Carter Holden to bury his stone, and now we have a good response here from Tyler Derksen to freeze. He's had a really good game, the youngster.
No kidding.
Yeah, I have to echo what you said. Interviewing athletes after they win a gold medal, I have very good memories of a few of those, and I myself get choked up just interviewing them. I think of a few of those over the years. Canadian, the Everest Curling Club Championships, as well as mixed championships. It's really special to see and what motivates these athletes. And I'm sure we're in for some good interviews in a couple hours.
Watch the jam
here.
Yeah, no doubt, Darren. And you've got media training out the wazoo too, right? So that human element, you just can't ignore it.
Yeah. 1, 2. I love events like this where there are people that, young people that you don't necessarily know their story, and you get to help tell their story, and you get to help learn about them. We see, at the Briar and Scotty's a lot of the same athletes, and they develop a good following, and you know kind of all their stories. Everything is out there, but you go to a mixed championship, you go to a U18 or U21, and there's often so many stories to tell, and we want you to visit curling.ca and tell those stories. Find the next winning one to get you and some friends to get to the Montana's Briar next year.
Yeah, definitely go take part in that, because someone's got to win it. It may as well be you.
So another granite-filled end here in number 6. Newfoundland wants to do a little bit of cleanup. They have hammer, but the scoring area is awfully small right now.
Yeah, and access to that is not looking great for the team wearing red. So wisely, Simon Perry's got the broom down for appeal.
A little bit of a wobble from Braden out of the hack on that one, but a little bit of it.
A little unorthodox, maybe.
1, 2.
It is their color, at least, that they're replace the stone with.
50-50 result. Not ideal. He's not terribly thrilled with himself, but that's okay. You're not going to make them all.
Line's good.
Real kicker here is, can Saskatchewan capitalize? Get another guard up there.
3 would be a little deep.
Yeah. They're calling hard for a steal here.
Sit. Curl.
You could have come in, just played a little bump, rolled over, but that's very defense oriented. So Saskatchewan showing their cards. They want points, and they want them now. Pretty easy breezy call here for Simon Perry. He's just trying to open up this pile.
Nick Codner in his 6th appearance in a national championship, including a Briar. First time trying to win a gold, and shots like that are going to help you.
That's a beauty. That's how you pick your teammate up, you know. They get a little wicky-ticky and stick the shooter on a peel. You make a double peel back and say, I got you.
Line's good.
Newfoundland has another reason to be cheering right now if you're tuned in from the Rock. Your men's Newfoundland Labrador 2 is up 5-3 in their seeding game. They're over on Chibi taking on the Northwest Territories.
Love that purple maroon color they have.
Yeah, it's nice. Most of these provinces, you see Saskatchewan and the green. You see also Ontario there. Dominic Vivier, the skip from Ontario.
Yeah, you love to see a lot of the players in the stands watching, and cheering on their friends or enemies.
It's getting busier and busier in here too. We actually have filled the seating area. Now we have standing room that is getting filled at both ends. The players' reception is not till later tonight after the women's final. And look at this. Nick Codner, he turns around with a smile. And I will give props too to Gavin Martins of Saskatchewan, gives him the thumbs up from all the way the other end. And
you couldn't have picked that cleaner with a fillet knife.
And lifts his broom. Wow.
Sometimes you just got it.
Does leave a guard though, and still a chance for Saskatchewan to generate something.
I don't hate hack.
See, there's been enough curl in this ice that you certainly can get behind that.
Yeah.
Oh, you could flash it out right on the low side.
Yeah. Yeah.
You skinny that guard, you're probably missing the stone in the house.
I don't want to make sure we remove it so that we for sure fours.
Yeah, with hack weight, obviously. I mean, if you throw in a howitzer, then it'll run straighter.
Yeah. Because I got like 7/8 of it, so just easy hack.
easy hack.
That's Phil Bailey and Phil Collins' second song, right? Instead of Easy Lover, Easy Hack.
These kids are too young for that.
I think we're too young for that too, Darren.
You know, as soon as you said Phil Collins, I was like, oh no, where's it going? Dylan Derksen now trying to get a hit and roll. Lots of room by the guard. Inside flop, just tiny, tiny bits, but does play the nice weight to remove the stone.
I'm shocked I didn't curl more. Just couldn't quite get it up over the center line.
The calf now, Newfoundland and Labrador trying to hit and roll away.
Yeah, hit and roll.
Yeah, get away from the pile. Force Saskatchewan to come after you, and you might even get a blank out of it.
Pretty much the same ice that we saw Dylan throw, but talked about the weight is going to be a little bit more than what Dylan threw, so that should be a good adjustment. Obviously, no two players really throw exactly the same either, so
difficult to do, and really only the best teams in the world are able to match their releases because they grind at it and force themselves to do it, and it takes hours and hours of time.
Simon Perry calling sweepers on it right away. Now they're off.
Yeah, we saw the spot's a little straighter on Derksen stone.
It is going though. Will he stick around? Logan
will stick around.
Logan will sweep it, but it will. So great shot by Simon Perry. Early on the sweep, then made the adjustment halfway down to try and make it curl.
Yeah, decision time now for Saskatchewan. Do they surrender a blank? Yeah, we're gonna talk to the coach.
Bring Brad in to discuss this. Brad Kennedy, the coach.
Pretty high guard. What's that? Pretty high guard. I know. Yeah. Well, you know that it's either we go for it and try to tuck one in and hope we can't tap it out and we steal, or risk giving up two, right?
No, can't give them two.
No, we sure can. But if you hit out there, it's going to be a blank.
Yeah.
And we're not a heck of a lot better. It might be the best chance of getting a steal, right? Draw.
Even if you're
just a little bit desperate, right?
I'm pretty desperate.
You can make that.
Oh, I know I can make it, but I know you can make the top too.
But it a little bit.
Good respect there from Dylan. He says, I know I can make it, but I also know Simon can make it too. But I liked how Brad framed it up there for them, really played it out for the next two ends. They are going to go for it, Andrew.
Yeah, I think I agreed with Mr. Kennedy on his assumption that this guard is really high, so it's not as valuable as you might think. But if the message is you can't give up two, then you're hitting and you're surrendering the blank. You try and steal. If you steal now, I mean, I'm so-so on this personally, but that's a team-based decision. I wouldn't cry if I gave up the blank in this spot, to be honest.
Yeah, Saskatchewan's had some ends shaping up too, so.
Yeah, if you miss this and give up two, man, that is, you got to take two and then steal. So I guess it just depends. What are you more comfortable with, working with hammer efficiency or not?
Dylan Derksen, though, has said he's comfortable with the draw.
Really curling.
Sweepers don't want to touch this. Is this going to poke out the other side?
Higher the better here for Saskatchewan, as long as you're shot.
And it will slide back 4 foot, and it's about 3/4 open, but it is a different side of the ice that Simon hasn't played here in at least a couple shots.
Yeah, I was going to give him a fresh look at it, but it's there all day.
You got like a little less. Just half.
Do you want the same ice?
Shake more ice. Just half. Same weight's good.
Just half?
He said 11.8 on your last one, eh? Okay. I'm going 11. What?
You told me 11. I'm going 11.
Okay, so go off that then. I must have misheard when you got it. Just half, son.
three-time U18 representative of Newfoundland and Labrador, Simon Perry, with a chance to pick up 2 and take a 5-2 lead with a quiet hack weight shot around the guard.
Saying it's quiet, but he poked it out a little, so it's really got to find some curl.
Is this going to hang on?
It's got to stick.
And it does, and the Newfoundland and Labrador crowd love it. They're up 5-2. The team from St. John's head to the 7th end. Call 911. We got a fire here. We'll be back after the break.
You make moments like these possible.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Seventh end here, the gold medal game of the U18 Canadian Championships. Darren McEwen with Andrew Denny. Nick. And it was Simon Perry with a great quiet weight hit for 2 points to take his Newfoundland team up 3 points. Their 5-2 lead, but player of the game so far, I would also say, could be Nick Codner in this game. Andrew, he made a really sneaky long run pick in that end and had a great shot as well in the second end, I believe it was, to get his team out of trouble too.
Yeah, you go to the Brier, all of a sudden you get a +2 buff to luck, plus out-turn delivery. So he's got a magic talisman in his pocket, I'm sure. They don't tell you that when you go to the Brier. They just give it to you and say, keep it a secret.
Newfoundland and Labrador's first rock, though, does come behind the tee line, so maybe something a little later in the end for Saskatchewan to work with. They put up the corner guard to respond.
Yeah, can't draw that up any better. 2 stones deep into the 7th end for Team Saskatchewan. They have hammer here in the 7th. 3 is certainly not off the table. Respect the fact they went hard for the steal in the last end and just couldn't quite get the rock to stop in a great spot for them.
Maybe I was psychic, but Nova Scotia has stolen now in the bronze medal game. They are now up 6-2, stealing a single in the 6th end. They're leading Quebec on the neighboring sheet.
Very nice. What kind of lottery numbers do you think are going to come up?
Crowd here in Ottawa just going wild for some of the other games happening. Northwest Territories, a lot of fans here from the other provinces cheering them on right now.
A lot of camaraderie, and it seems like no matter what the event is, Ottawa draws a crowd for curling. Packed house of the World Men's in 2023. 2016 Brier was an absolute slobber knocker.
Good crowds too over at the Canadian Tire Center for the trials, curling trials that happened there in 2017. Of course, didn't hurt that the hometown team won it.
Yeah, that was special, watching Rachel win that on home ice. It's one of those little memories that you always remember.
Braden Snow, this one looks like it's going to slide to that cluster of red.
Yeah, maybe adrenaline starting to accumulate here for Newfoundland and Labrador. They can maybe see the finish line, and a couple of rocks getting pumped a little bit deep. Saskatchewan's got that double corner guard placement. I love that double corner guard placement. Those are perfect, and that's definitely a byproduct of the 5-rock rule.
Like that, but I think we got a draw.
Yeah, you don't have to work with that pile just yet. You can make the straight draw. That sets up your third point. And then get busy tapping.
Room. Got room. Got a curl. Really got a curl. Back here's okay. Got a curl. Really got a move.
Sawicki trying to make this tuck around the double corner guards, and they get a decent amount of the rock behind it, but not enough that Newfoundland can't try and make an attempt at it.
Yeah, if it buries just a little bit more, it's absolutely perfect. Just shows enough of a corner that Newfoundland and Labrador can hazard an attempt at this, and it's fairly low risk.
Braden Snow, right now he doesn't have any of it.
Yeah, I just straightened it a bit on his release.
But what a scrub by Nick Codner.
Fine result.
Excuse me, Carter Holden on the scrub.
Holden knifing it over and pays dividends.
Grade 10 student. I'm sure we are about to see this young man at a few more of these events, U18, U21s, and who knows what else has in store for one of the youngest athletes in the field.
Probably all good things with the amount of experience he's accumulating here.
You start at the age of 4.
As long as they're still in, boys.
You got a good start.
I mean, the rocks weigh more than you do at that age, probably.
Yeah. Nice shot there by Tyler.
Yeah, it's a great spot. Ensuring that you're buried is definitely the priority there, no matter where it is in the house. It's a fourth shot in the interim, but the real key is forcing Newfoundland and Labrador to chase you.
No mistake.
That is good.
Now do you start cleaning things up and working with things in the middle, Andrew?
I think so. I mean, if you burn one more going around, you got to really make sure it's good. That's your second point probably now at this point. And there's just so much granite just stuffed in the forefoot there.
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to start rearranging your fortunes here down the middle if you're Team Saskatchewan.
Probably this way.
All 4 are on the same page. They will try to put one into the pocket for the Saskatchewan team.
Yeah, put it where they can't remove it and see what Newfoundland does with it.
Little tight. Line's good. Line's good. Top 4. Yep. Yes. Got a goal. Really hard.
Losing the line.
Let it sit.
Yeah, just be in front of the pile.
It is fourth shot.
That one really curled.
Now this is interesting. Simon wants to catch something in that red pile as well, just to clean things up a little bit. And probably no better thrower on the ice than this young man who's made a few really big shots so far, Nick Codner. What's he got? Doesn't connect with anything in the forefoot.
Still a 4 out of 4 on your scorecard, however, for removing the yellow stone. But yeah, no extra butter on the biscuit by leaving those stones in the pile, unfortunately, for Team Newfoundland and Labrador.
Another chance here for Logan Sawicki, high school graduate. With a chance to freeze to the pocket of the Newfoundland cluster.
We're starting to get into must-make territory here for Team Saskatchewan.
It's got to move. It's got to move. It's got to move off it then. Whoa.
Line's better on this one.
Right in the pocket, boys. Hard.
Now I wonder if it's getting a little slower, because we heard Tyler call out back 8 for that at one point. Just finishing top 4.
Yeah, not uncommon for speeds to adjust by a tenth of a second or so.
But great spot for that rock, though, because it's going to take a couple of attempts, I think, Andrew, to get rid of that. So
yeah,
props to Logan for that.
Really nice adjustment from his first.
I like it. We're sitting 3 for sure. Yeah. Oh, then this all day, boys.
He only has 2 rocks left.
Yeah. Guard it. They can throw something. What turn you at? I like the end.
Yeah, they wanted to be a little deeper to prevent this. So Simon Perry off defense the whole end, and now you shift gears big time to be throw a guard. You're sitting 3, and there's only 2 yellow stones to come here for Saskatchewan. So the best they could do is 3, but they would need quite a few good shots to achieve that.
Yeah, the pendulum swings, Darren. Eternally so.
Simon Perry, his first stone here in the 7th end with a nice 3-0 lead, or 3-point lead, I should say, for him. And give this a little extra.
Ooh, yeah, that is heavy.
Top 8, so a little further than he wanted.
Still kind of gets the job done. I mean, you'd much rather Saskatchewan have to contend with a guard instead of that, but it's still an efficient rock in some senses.
Yeah, I don't know if we throw it hard. 10? 10, yeah. Try and get that to roll off. Should kick that back. Just there. Yeah, I like 10. A little more.
So call is the play on the shot that Perry just threw.
Yeah, angle raise here. You do have to be careful because that's going to come down. You don't want to catch it so thick that you touch that stone first. You want to make sure you're coming that way. Because otherwise the shooter's just going to spill left, and, well, you're going to be left with not much to work with.
Yeah.
Incredible week here for the team from Martinsville. 5-1 in the round robin. And then knocking off Ontario in the quarterfinals. Nova Scotia in the semifinals, finding themselves here in a 5-2 game in the 7th end of the gold medal game. Dylan Derksen makes contact. There's still a lot of shrapnel though in there in that forefoot.
Yeah. Still 1-2 in favor of Newfoundland Labrador, it looks like.
Simon Perry put that broom down and is almost in the hack already. Yeah. He just wants to pick this stone out.
Can't say I blame him. That is the most dangerous stone on the ice for Newfoundland and Labrador, and really needed to be second shot there and in a slightly better spot for Team Saskatchewan.
I kind of feel it in the body language of both these teams right now. Simon Perry's Newfoundland team getting closer. He has to make this one first. Make it go away in the 7th end. No mistake.
Little bonus there too, lose the back one. There's no shot there for two.
11.
Very well played in for the team from St. John's.
Yeah, even their half shots were productive, and that's all you can ask for out of a curling team.
And it was just a matter of inches, really, for Saskatchewan. They made quite a few shots this end. It was just came up a little short in one or two of them. And
that's the byproduct of playing that very high-risk kind of game. And I feel like they put themselves into desperation mode trying to steal last end. And, well, when you punch that button into desperation mode, it doesn't go back. That's a one-way ticket. So you have to be perfect when you're playing that sort of high-stakes game. And perfect is really hard to do for 8 shots consecutively on a curling sheet.
And it's extra hard to do when you're in a gold medal game. And that applies to both teams here because pressure can get to you. So nothing is assured at this point for either team.
Yeah, that's why we don't play it on paper. We go out there and throw them.
Dylan Derksen's final stone, trying to hit and stick in the forefoot. And he'll do just that. A great shot from the young skip from Martinsville. And they will narrow the deficit. Now 5-3 for Newfoundland and Labrador. We head to the 8th end of this gold medal match. Don't go anywhere.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
Newfoundland and Labrador up 5-3 here in the 8th end of the U18 Canadian Championships, the men's division here at the RA Center. And we have our first final here, our first team to step onto the podium, and congratulations to the team from Nova Scotia, the men's team winning bronze. They just defeated Quebec in that one. It's Zachary Atherton, Alan Fawcett, Tyler McMullen, and Brennan Smith out of the Chester Curling Club and Halifax Curling Club, of course, in Chester and Halifax, Nova Scotia. They will step onto the podium in just a few minutes, but we still have to decide those top 2 spots, and that's what this game will do.
Yeah, Newfoundland and Labrador up 2-with here in the 8th, and you might say, hey, this is a foregone conclusion at this point, but that would be unwise to get so far ahead of yourself. If your team, Newfoundland and Labrador, you really got to make sure you stay grounded, stay focused, and finish the job. Nova Scotia continues to impress at the under-18 level, Darren. That's their 6th medal ever in the male division.
Maritime Province is very strong at U18, U21 over the last several years.
Newfoundland and Labrador wisely just pumping rocks through here. And it feels pretty good as a lead. You don't get to throw those too often. Usually it's a good thing. Pair of staggered guards in place here for Team Saskatchewan. They'll need to steal 2 here if they want to continue to force an extra.
Line's good. Top 4. Room. Line's good.
I'd almost been tempted to throw one more guard on this shot, but don't mind coming in. If you're light, that's your tolerance.
Hard curl. Hard. Hard curl. Hard. Hard, hard, hard. Good.
Nice result.
Let's go. Let's go, Brett. You got it.
These 2 guards are spring-loaded for a double peel. Still have to be careful about where you hit it. You don't want to stick your shooter around if you're Team Newfoundland and Labrador.
We're good. Yep. Oh. Yes. 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 Come on. 3. Come on.
Double peel there by Braden Snow.
Yeah, real nice. Didn't stuff the shooter, but it was hard to make that double peel and not lose the shooter, so pretty good.
Line's good. 3. That's a 3.
Nice spot there for Saskatchewan's offering. Make that double peel as long and tumultuous as possible.
I like this for now.
Okay, let's go. Let's make it.
Whoa, whoa, right off. Right off. Okay.
Looks good. At the single.
Single peel is more than sufficient.
This is where it gets nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Even 2 width, though. I don't know. I mean, it's looking pretty good for Newfoundland and Labrador so far. Need a couple misses from the boys in red if you're Team Saskatchewan.
Yeah, it's whenever you're in that final game and you might feel it, you're so close, but just can't let your mind go there yet. And I think both these teams have worked with sports psychologists, and both of them have lots of experience playing at nationals. They should be able to tune it out, but there's also a lot fewer games on the ice too, so it feels a little bit different. But no mistakes yet. Good guard there for Saskatchewan.
It's so funny too, because in curling you can embrace your emotions and use them to empower you, but if they start to run away on you, it can get real scary real fast. So you're, like you said, Darren, that psych training really comes into play at that point. And easy to forget that they're just kids out there.
Yep. Grade 10, grade 9, first-year university students.
Yep. Nice single peel.
Certainly have to think, particularly on this Newfoundland team, that their experience. Simon recently at the Youth Olympic Games. Lots of, anytime you go to a multi-sport or world championship as a curler, you have a lot of pressure on you wearing a maple leaf, and he performed very well. Just missed the playoffs or the podium there in Korea, but also have Nick Codner on this team that's been to so many national championships, and as a team or as individuals they've been to several others. But also big props to Saskatchewan here, showing a lot of class in this week. They won 1 game last year, and they're 1 game away this year.
Yeah, what a turnaround for them. When you put the work in, sometimes it pays dividends, and well, that's probably a little quicker than anybody anticipated.
What is it, like 3 quarters, half roll? 3 quarters. Okay, come on, Nick.
Could even get all 3 here.
Side, Nick. Yep.
hush falls over the RA Center. Still another game in action. It's actually the other Newfoundland team. They're about to throw their rock as well. It's gonna be close. What's he got, Sandrew? Oh, stuffs that stuff.
Game on.
Yeah, interesting. 2 guards now, and Saskatchewan has one buried.
Since I've played this path a few times, I gotta like this one. Take your time.
Heard one of them say, take your time. Lots of time for both these teams. Over 6 minutes to play these last few rocks. And I don't think we've seen a coach interaction this end. Is that correct? Yeah.
That is correct, yeah.
So,
easy to let the moment be bigger than what this shot actually is. When you break it down, it's a clockwise come around. You just got to remind yourself of that in the hack. You've made 1,000 of these, 10,000 of these in your life. This one's no different. Kick to the broom, throw it clean, give it to your sweepers, and they'll take care of you.
and you have the time. Always sometimes good to go a little slower too after an opposition with a miscue.
Line's good. Yep.
Dylan Derksen.
Hard line.
Looks narrow.
Trying to steal two to force the extra end. Martin's leaning on this, trying to get by the guard.
Seen the spot run a little straighter this game. They're going to be by the guard.
He is. Great sweep. Where's it going to stop?
Dig to get that frozen.
Nice shot from the team from Saskatchewan, and they're sitting two.
He couldn't have walked that down any better. Really nice composure.
Yeah.
I don't have the same one.
I think we rip that one.
You can get to that all day. Why didn't you just rip it if we're playing with this? Yeah, go ahead.
They'll bring Glenn Goss out for the discussion. Let's listen in.
Peel the bottom yellow. You gotta peel the yellow.
Yeah,
That's the only rock that's hurting us.
that's the one that's hurting us now. He's got to guard it.
Okay, so you like this?
I think so. I think you just run the yellow. I think he has to guard it, even if he throws a draw into the rings.
I don't like the only thing is we miss and we go here.
No, peel it off. Peel it off. Then what you'll have is a draw the 8-foot to win.
Okay. Hey.
Straight peel. You don't even need.
Yeah, when you think of it that way, Glenn put it, draw to the 8-foot for the win. That's certainly achievable.
He's right. He couldn't be more right.
Six Brier appearances for Glenn. A silver medal, the Canadian seniors.
Famous advice from Wayne Mendoza saying, what does it take to win a world championship? He says, draw the 8-foot. You can do that on command. You're probably going to win more games than you lose. Actually, no, I know you will win more games than you'll lose.
Simon Perry with his first. Has hammer up two, but facing a bit of a situation here in the 8th end. And he'll straight peel.
Yeah, nice throw, a little in and out, but straightened it right at the end. No mistake there. We care about results, not process. You can do a backflip out of the hack for all I care. Just make the shot.
Make him face the loss. Timeout.
Coach interaction here, so we get Brad Kennedy out.
Yeah.
What if we freeze right on it?
What's that?
What if we freeze?
Well, that's what I was saying. Then he's going to rip, right? And then a chance he'll
like if I'm dead frozen on it, it's tough.
On that yellow.
Yeah, it's tough to make all two of them go away.
Yeah.
Even if you were over curled at a pinch, came across the face and made that a little bit better. But then he's going to blast. I mean,
I know.
He can throw it hard.
Guard?
I think you want him drawn, don't you? More than you want him.
I think so.
Right?
Just a
He's got to draw.
He has him drew in a lot.
Just leave it so that he has to go a little bit wider.
Yeah.
Make sure he's coming on. You want him sliding on the slide path, right?
Yeah. Just touch right on center.
Interesting comment there and observation from Dylan that Simon hasn't drawn in a while, kind of indicative of the scoreboard. So he's been playing a lot of hits, peels.
Yeah, good discussion there too. I see why the temptation to come into the house here and make them draw against the game essentially would be there, but I think coach is right. He's blasting if you come in too deep, although it would be tricky to get at least 2 stones to leave. It's a preference shot. I don't think there's any bad call at this point. I think it's more about what your preference is versus what you think your opposition wants to throw. They said they want Simon drawing. Well, this is the way to do it.
Trying to steal 2, force the extra end, and an exciting finish here at the RA Center in the men's gold medal game. Sweepers saying it's a little deeper than what they wanted.
Whoa. He can freeze. Mine's okay. It's trying.
It is trying.
It's got to get to the nose.
Curl.
Now, has he left a double?
Sure has, Darren.
Yep. Same thing.
Only needs to make 2 of those rocks go away, or at least be second shot after. So
yeah, make that natural double right there, give up a steal of 1, and you go home a gold medalist.
So they wanted to make Simon Perry throw the draw because he hasn't thrown a draw in a while, but he's going to get a chance to play a hit here. Take an extra second on the backboards.
You got her.
If I'm Simon Perry right now, I am ecstatic to be throwing this shot.
Make contact, or at least forcing an extra end, but you're probably also making the double with some sort of contact, and that would be enough. Final stone with a gold medal on the line. Simon Perry, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Yep. Yep. Oh. Oh. Clean. Oh. Oh. Go.
Trying to make it curl. Does he got it? He does. From South Korea to Ottawa, Simon Perry is coming home to Newfoundland and Labrador with a gold medal.
What a fabulous game, Darren.
Congratulations to his team, Nick Codner, Braden Snow, Carter Holden, Coach Glenn Goss of the St. John's Curling Club Remax Center. They'll win Newfoundland and Labrador's first ever medal at a U18 Canadian Championship, and it is golden.
Hard to do any better than that. That is fantastic stuff.
What a fantastic week for our silver medalists. Saskatchewan, Dylan Derksen, Logan Sawicki, Tyler Derksen, Gavin Martins, and Coach Brad Kennedy. They won 1 game at this event last year. They're going home with their heads high as silver medalists. Great game by both teams. And Andrew, I'm going to let you get down, speak to these athletes, our medalists, but thank you for this. And we'll be back at 4:30 Eastern for the women's final, Manitoba versus Quebec, right here on Curling Canada Plus. See you then.
Bye.